back to Afternoon Express right here on S3, where we are breaking down South African and Lobola negotiations for all of our viewers to understand as we do celebrate Africa Day. Now, Mzansi, I'm going to introduce to you Professor Ngubane, a Zulu culture commentator who is going to explain some of the Zulu customs when it comes to marriage negotiations. Professor, welcome to Afternoon Express. Thank you so much for taking time to talk to us.
Thank you very much for inviting me to your program.
No, we're about to have a very fun conversation. A lot of people have just been asking me, Palisa, what's been going on in your life? What does this mean? What does that mean? Mazamuk understand. So Malume, if you're able to just break down for me the different events within the Zulu culture leading up not only to the engagements but to the marriage, if you can just highlight them.
Courtship in the past used to take 2 to 3 years. And then from there, when the girl accepts the proposal, then the girl will give a gift to the future husband, and by preparing beadwork, which is called utu. Then utu is a symbol of love, that I have fallen in love with you. Thereafter, when the boy intends to start the process of marriage, his parents or his father will appoint a delegation. This delegation is called abakong. Umkong should be a grown-up man, married man, and he must be accompanied by 1 or 2 observers who will also be witnesses to the talks or conversation that takes place. And by the time you arrive at the girl's house, the family will close the case for you. Usually, they pretend as if they don't like what is happening. Some families will send you away for the first time, second time, and on the third time, they will invite you in, and then you go straight to the house where they have set it for the process.
So now that you've broken down on the actual Lobola negotiation day, when you are essentially proposing to your future bride, you've kind of highlighted in a very eloquent way the different procedures before and as you enter the building. Now, just to give us a quick summary, Malume, now that Omalume or Abakongi are now inside the bride's home, just briefly, what is expected from Omalume, the uncles, because there seems to be a lot of responsibility on the uncles during this entire process. So what then needs to happen?
Now that they're inside, they will do that process of paying imvulamlomo, ingaqamazinyo. And sometimes the father will cough, then you'll have to pay for that cough. And then it is up to the family and the father and his family to ask you, why are you here? And then you introduce yourselves that we are from this place, we are here because we want to start negotiations for your daughter. And then they will ask you, do you know the daughter? If you say no, then they will bring all the girls in the family. Unfortunately, these girls are covered. You can't see their faces. That's the most fun part of it. Then when they enter, if you don't know them, it is a problem. Because once you point at the wrong girl, then they will fine you. So if you second guess, you are paying. Then the girl will be asked if the girl knows the people who are in the house. Then the girl will give her consent that, yes, I know them. And then the girl will be excused from the conversation. Yeah. And then they start, the negotiators will start by re-announcing what they have brought in terms of kettle. The kettle should be about 4 or 3, because you can't give 6 on the first day, because it will be like it's an insult to the family. According to the customary law, there are 11 kettle that are required, and the 11th one is a gift given to the mother. So you can decide which of these kettle you will pay. After that, the women or the ladies will come out with a list. This list is called Izbizo. It is what they would like to have as gifts from you as the groom. And then when you come second time, you bring those gifts and you finish off lobola. And immediately when you finish lobola, the next process will be ukukhetla. Ukhetla happens after ilobolo has been paid, and this is when you become ingodu. So in other words, it means that you are taken. Then after that, we have Ucimela. Ucimela is the lady who will visit her relative to say goodbyes, and then followed by Uweluga, when the lady is preparing for marriage by weaving some grass mats, itebe, and grass brooms in preparation for the big day. And then the big day is very important, but now because of time, we have what we call umtimba. Those are the bride's entourage, and iketo is the groom's entourage. It's a long process. It's called udwendwe. It's a journey because it starts from the bride's home and it is concluded at the groom's home. Then after that, on the day of the wedding, the two groups will meet on the day and there will be the vows, and then that will conclude the whole process.
I mean, Malume, first and foremost, you broke that down quite articulately, and I really do appreciate that. Thank you so, so much for being such an incredible father figure, not only to myself, but to Uvelo Buhle. Thank you so much for the incredible knowledge that you impart on us as the younger generation who need to carry on these traditions moving forward. And last, but certainly not least, thank you so much for coming on to Afternoon Express and breaking down the ceremonies, the rituals, and the meanings behind each and every event, because everything is as important as the next. We really appreciate you, Malume, and thank you again. See you at the big day. See you on the big day.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Utungise ube muhle. Well, from my uncle and myself, now you know, Mzansi, that is exactly what was going on during my own lobola negotiations.